He's 17 years old and has his whole life ahead of him. Now police and the teen's family want to know why he left it all behind last week. We'll have the story.
Probably about 100 or so students gathered in front of Chris Pineda's sister's home here at about 48th and Wood. They were offering prayers and any help that they could to try to track down Chris. They have no idea. His family says he was the type who would always call if he were even going to be late, and they can't figure out for the life of them what may have happened here. Dozens of friends and family gather in the light rain, many clutching photos of 17-year-old Chris Pineda. They have no idea where he could be, but they plan to do all they can to find him. His family is deeply concerned.
He doesn't hurt nobody. He don't got no enemies. He don't like to be outside, doing nothing bad. He don't do drugs. He's a good guy.
Pineda is a senior at Whitney Young High School. Those who know him, and there are many, say it makes no sense he would just disappear. He was last seen on Friday evening when he dropped his girlfriend, Lisbeth Salinas, off at work at 107th and Ewing. Since then, the school has sent out information about his disappearance on its website, and friends have distributed flyers. They hope to get the word out to anyone who may have seen him.
We're all very concerned. The student body in particular is affected. Everybody is affected. We definitely want to see Christopher back. We want to see that he's safe, and we're hoping to all embrace him once again.
Well, the family has filed a missing persons report with Chicago police, but they say they don't want to rely on police alone. They plan to hit the streets themselves and try and get the word out, try to distribute that picture as far and wide as possible to anyone who may have seen him. Live on the South Side, John Garcia, ABC 7 News.
Killer, friends and family remember a Chicago teenager. Visitation was held today for Chris Pineda on the city's south side. The 17-year-old was missing for a week before his body was found in the Cal-Sag Channel in Blue Island on Saturday. Police say he'd been beaten to death. Friends and family of the Whitney Young High School students say he was a good guy who wouldn't hurt anybody, and now they're looking for answers.
Death. And as Byron Harlan reports, as mourners mourn the passing of Christoper Pineda, they also focused on his legacy.
The church filled quickly with mourners and sorrow. They all wanted to remember Christoper Pineda and have all asked this question: why was he killed? Christoper disappeared March 23rd after he walked his girlfriend to work at a grocery store near 108th and Ewing. Family members and friends searched intensely and prayed, but his body turned up a week later in the Blue Island area of the Cal-Sag River. Police say he was killed during a vicious, violent attack.
Today's date is, check my watch on. It's June 13th? Yes, it's June 13th. It's Tuesday. No way, shit. I know this yesterday. There's no more school. And I was like, hey, somebody's in here.
Whitney Young High School held a memorial service today for its beloved student and friend, 17-year-old Christoper Pineda. Pineda was popular and highly regarded. He was found murdered after he'd been missing for several days last month. Students and staff have been broken up ever since Chris disappeared. His parents were also present today. Their son would have been the first in the family to graduate from high school. Christoper Pineda will be awarded his high school diploma posthumously. The school presented his parents with a $5,000 check in his memory.
Been hours. Friends, family, detectives originally on the case, handing out flyers behind me, as you can see, until the last one is given out. They tell me here tomorrow would have been Christoper Pineda's 33rd birthday, and it may have been just over 15 years. But for any family that has lost a love in the way that the Pineda family has lost Christoper, they say no amount of time will keep them from their quest for justice.
We're not going to stop. We're going to keep going.
Christoper Pineda's family has stood at the intersection of 108th and Ewing multiple times. The last place he was seen alive 15 years ago.
We want to bring all the attention that he deserves. It doesn't matter how much time passes. We're going to keep pushing. There's generations after us that will keep pushing.